Hey, what's up guys, Chirag here. We're back. We're going to do another guide this week. We're going to do Tomb of the Spider Queen. Stay tuned, everything you need to know about this map. We got all the tips, all the tricks. You can check it out right here. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chirag. On this channel, you're going to find a lot of information related to Heroes of the Storm, a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, how you can improve your win rate, what you can do to start winning more on these different maps with these different heroes. So if you're interested in that sort of content, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, definitely smash that like button as well. If you want to see more of my content, you can check me out at Wednesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm streaming at twitch.tv/Chirag, so catch me then. With all that said, let's jump in there and let's talk about Tomb of the Spider Queen. So in this guide, we're going to talk about 5 items. We're going to talk about the map basics, the draft, the lane setup, strategy, and we'll do a review at the end of the most important parts. 5 items. So item number 1, the map basics. So Tomb of the Spider Queen is a 3-lane map. So we have the top lane, we have the mid lane, and we have the bot lane. Tomb of the Spider Queen also has 3 camps you can take. You have 1 bruiser camp on your side. It spawns exactly at the 1-minute mark. The enemy has 1 as well. These camps are very difficult to invade as the fort is right there. They can just back up to their fort. Well, if you get in trouble, you have a long way to go to safety. And the neutral siege camp in the bot lane, which spawns at the 1-minute mark as well. The bruiser camps push the mid lane. Finally, there's the boss, and the boss pushes the top lane. The boss spawns at the 5-minute mark. In addition to the camps, there are 2 channel points for the objective. There's one between the top and the mid lane, and there's another one between the mid and the bot lane. What you want to do with these channel points is you want to collect gems on the map. You can get gems by killing the spider minions. You can see them here, killing these spider minions in the lane. So the spider minions replace the normal wizard minions that you usually see on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So we get these instead. Just like the other maps, there are 3 of these types of minions per wave. So for every wave, you can get 3 gems. You need 50 gems to get your first objective, and then every subsequent objective, you need an additional 5. So 50 for the first, 55 for the second, 60, and so on. One other important note is that if you die, you lose your gems, and the gems are dropped. Here, we'll do a little science experiment here. No, gul'dan, get away from the tower, no. So you can see my gems dropped. That used to be my gem. They dropped for a limited time before they disappear, like you saw there. My allies can pick those up, but after a few seconds, they despawn and they're lost forever. That's important, remember that. All right, so that takes us to part 2, the draft. So there's a few important things to consider on Tomb of the Spider Queen, but nothing is more important than wave clear. Tomb of the Spider Queen is pretty much the biggest thing you can do to get your team a win is pick something with wave clear. So Gul'dan, great on Tomb of the Spider Queen. You can kill these waves really, really quick. Look, he just eats right through them. That's really nice. Who else can do that sort of stuff? Gul'dan, kael'thas, Jaina. The new Tassadar is really great. Nazeebo is actually, this is probably Nazeebo's best map. He has the wave clear, and he can also double soak mid and top of their team, as you should be doing. We'll discuss in a moment. And he can get really fast stacks. And Tomb of the Spider Queen also very commonly goes to level 20, so Nazeebo's going to get his stacks easily, and he's also going to get to level 20. Nazeebo's very scary at level 20. In terms of tanks, Johanna is the best tank in the game, and Tomb of the Spider Queen is her at the moment. The recording of this video, Johanna is high priority on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Another thing to note about this map, the solo lane is in the bot lane. So you need a solo laner to cover bot. Why, Chirag? Why is the solo lane in the bot lane, and why is the solo lane not the top lane? Well, here, look. You can kind of see this roughly, but the mid and the top lane are very close together. Look how small of a distance that is to go from mid to top. It's quick, you know, you go right there. Now, to get to bot, it's further. You got to go down. You got to go through this bigger thing, through these smoke vents, this awkward, these choke points, and down to here. You can see it's longer to get to the bot lane, and it's really quick here. Boom, boom. So if your team is doing it correctly, they're 4-man rotating between mid and top, and your solo laner is down here, because you don't really want to 4-man rotate mid and bot, because it'll take you longer. You'll be slower, it's less optimal. So you have your solo laner in the bot lane. Anyone will do. Any solo laner is fine. If you have one with wave clear, that's nice. Sonya has wave clear. Ragnaros is really nice in this map. He can cover the solo lane. Additionally, Ragnaros, this is one of his better maps because his trait is so effective at defending the objective. Always use your trait mid as Ragnaros on Tomb of the Spider Queen. You pop it mid, and you clear the spider here, and you can reach all 3 lanes with your trait on Ragnaros. The map's very small, so his trait, always use it on the mid lane one. Not always, but most of the time use it on your mid lane one, and his trait will reach everywhere, so that's very nice. Also, you can cover the solo lane, so that's great. Also, Ragnaros has great wave clear. Wave clear is the most important thing on Tomb, so Rag is a very strong pick here. Another pick here you can consider is Sylvanas. This is a map where Sylvanas' Black Hours turning off the structures is very nice. So your objective will get a little bit more pushing power. It'll stay up longer. That's very nice. Sylvanas pretty much always gets additional value when there's a push objective like this one. There's the big spiders, they spawn, and they come in, and they kill the towers. and she helps the spiders siege because she turns off the towers and they live longer. That's the same on any map with a push objective. Infernal Shrines, we talked about last week, she helps the Punisher. Battlefield of Eternity, she helps the big angel or demon, depending on your team. And where is she not strong? Cursed Hollow. There's nothing really pushing that she's helping, especially bad on Cursed Hollow because the objective does her trait anyway, does her Hungering Arrow effect anyway. She has no ability during that time. So it's worse there. It's not great on Sky Temple. Pretty much wherever. It's really good on Braxis. If there's a push objective, Sylvanas is stronger. If there's not, it's not as good of a pick. One more part about the draft. Poke is nice for the objective. You know, if you have like a Zarya and you can just dump grenades for infinity to annoyingly interrupt them, that's nice. Johanna, another benefit about Johanna, she has really good poke with her blinding light. Keep that in mind. But poke's not that important. It's okay, but it's not that important. The thing you want to keep in mind through all of this section is wave clear is the most important thing on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Draft a lot of wave clear. Okay, let's move to section number 3, lane setup. Let's talk about the lane setup a little bit. What do you want to do? You've drafted, you finish your draft, you understand the map, you know, you understand what the objective is and everything. You're gonna put your 4-man, and you guys are gonna go all together. You're gonna go all together, and you're gonna rotate from the mid lane to the top lane. You're gonna go as fast as you can. You're gonna, as a group, as 4, you're gonna just delete this wave really quick because you drafted a lot of wave clear. Just kill all the minions. The tank is gonna grab all the gems. Your assassins are gonna rotate through here, maybe on this side, maybe on this side, depending on how much control you have. And your tank's probably gonna rotate, not through that shadow part, but your tank's gonna rotate through here. And your tank's just gonna mess with them. He's going to dismount them, mess them up, whatever, do whatever he has to do. The nice thing about this is, a lot of the times, your tank will rotate through here, and there'll just be someone just sitting here, killing your blue minions like, herp da derp, derp da derp. Your tank's going to run out of here, you guys are all going to run as 4, and they're going to be split and not organized like you guys, and you're just going to collapse on them, and you're going to kill them. And you're going to take their gems away from them, and you're going to get a nice advantage. That's a nice advantage about 4-man rotating. You're together, you're organized, and you get those picks. Another nice thing, even if you can't get the picks, even if they're 4-man rotating as well, but you're just doing it better, there are minions, the blue team minions are going to be crashing into their towers because you're killing the wave so fast, and they're going to have to trudge through the minions slowly trudge through the minions. You know, it'll dismount them, they'll be slow, and you'll have vision on them. You'll be able to see them, and they won't be able to see you. So they're trudging through your minions. You're like, we got to stop them from paying. Oh my god, all these minions are dismounting me. And then they walk in here into the bush, but you know they're coming because you saw them on your vision with your minions, and they didn't see you because you're here in the fog of war. And you can just blow them up as soon as they come in there. They walk in there, and you just go, boom, destroy. There's nice advantages there. Additionally, if they're dealing with your really hard to deal with wave clear and clearing minions because you're so much faster than them, you just get a free turn in whenever you want. Freedom of Destruction because we're totally PvE here. There's no other heroes. We're in try mode. Don't ever do this. You don't want to ever do this. In addition to that, your soul laner, as we talked about a little bit before, is going to go into the bot lane. They'll be 1v1ing here. If they get a kill here, or if you come down and you have like a Zeratul in your 4-man, good wave clear as well. You get a pick down here. You can go for this camp, this is a nice option, or you can just push. You know, that's what you can do with your soul laner's time. 1v1 though is in the bot lane, remember that. In section 4, we're going to talk about the general strategy on this map. So Tomb of the Spider Queen, you want to focus the top lane in Tomb of the Spider Queen. So when you pay your first objective, you can even get a little crazy, and you can 4-man, if your soul laner has good enough wave clear, you can 4-man top, and you can push top because top is the most important lane on this map. And that's where you want to get all your attention on your first objectives, pretty much all your objectives. Push top. Top is the most important. Chirag, why is top the most important? All these lanes seem the same, blah, blah, blah. The boss spawns in the top lane. So top lane, you have 2 win condition. All the other ones, you pretty much have 1 win condition. A double pay, pretty much win you the game. If you pay back to back, you know, a little bit later in the game. If you get the first 2 pays in a row, it's not really a win condition. But later in the game, if you get 2 pays in a row, that's pretty much it. Top lane, you can double pay, or you could pay and do the boss. So you have 2 ways to win the game in the top lane. So focus your attention top lane. As I was saying before, you can get a little crazy, and you could even 4-man push top to get a little advantage here and have your solo laner double soak, because even though this is the furthest lane, it's not that far from mid. They could double soak mid and bot for you if you're really coordinated. If it's Storm League and no one's on comms, it might be a little hard to coordinate, maybe not worth it. But yeah, keep that in mind. That top lane is the most important. I want to mention one thing about that win condition, the boss and the pay at the same time. There's a right way to do that. How you want to do the boss and the pay at the same time. You don't just want to cap them kind of willy-nilly. You don't want to stagger them is the main concern. I might win the game here. I didn't mean to win the game. We might have to be restarting. We're winning. No. We should be fine, maybe. So we gotta hurry up before we win. So the boss pit, what do you want to do? So you want to, as your team is killing the boss and paying, hopefully the other team is dead because it's very risky to be doing this if the other team's all alive. But I don't want to do that. Is you want to pay when the boss is about 50% health. So if the spider has some time to spawn and start walking, because the spider takes a little bit of time to spawn. So if you pay about 50% health, The spider comes down and it says the whole dramatic thing, like, you have paid me or whatever. And it comes down and it starts pushing the lane. It takes a little while, and then you finish the rest of the 50% of the boss while the spider's doing that, and they'll push together. They'll push right on top of each other, and that's very hard to deal with the opponent. If you stagger them, if you do boss first, which usually happens because the spider takes a little bit to spawn, and the spider behind it, they can kill them one after the other, and it's not quite as potent. Keep that in mind. Try to synergize them. Keep them together if you can. No, go red team core. Ah, a nice way. We won. Rip. We gotta jump back in here. We're gonna start a new game. That's what happens when you draft waveclear and tomb the spider queen. You just win by accident. So you get so many minions. You kill the enemy minions for this boss soloing Illidan build. No, I probably should have done this. I definitely should have done this. Okay, before we were so rudely interrupted by gul'dan's excellent waveclear winning us the game, we're talking about what you can do if the other team's about to pay. If your team's about to pay and you can't stop them, consider picking up a bruiser camp, consider picking up a siege camp. You could sneak the boss, very risky, because if they take it from you, now they gotta pay and the boss, you might lose from that. You can also, if the other team has a lot of gems, you can do the boss while they pay and just trade. The boss will pretty much cancel out their objective. It'll kill the top spider, and while they're dealing with the boss, you can just clean up the other spiders. So you can waste their gems that way. That's pretty nice. And that brings us to part 5. So part 5, let's review the most important things. There's just 2 very important concepts to keep in mind. Draft waveclear for Tomb of the Spider Queen. That's like the most important thing. We talked about a lot of little ways to get advantages. Out of all of it, the most important, the most impactful thing you could do is probably to take gems from the other players. Because the map, it's hard to get advantages because pretty much everyone collects gems at the same rate. You just go turn in for turn in back and forth, but if you kill another player and you take their gems away from them, then they lose out on an objective. So that's going to be just structures. Just translated to structures, experience, and that's how you win. Draft waveclear so you can keep up and get that experience advantage and all the other advantages we talked about with waveclear, and just win the game by accident. It's literally so important. You draft gul'dan, you win the game by accident, and take the gems from the other heroes. How do you take gems? A nice way to take gems from the other enemy heroes, especially early game, do that 4-man rotation. You'll kill them, you'll get picks, and you'll put yourself in a position to win easily. So there's a lot we talked about there. There's a lot to unpack. If you have any questions, you can totally let me know here. Drop the questions down in the comments. I'll answer them. You can drop me a message on Twitter, twitter.com/chorog. You can drop me a message on Twitch while I'm streaming. Twitch.tv/chorog. I stream Wednesday and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Any questions about Tomb of the Spider Queen or anything Heroes of the Storm related, feel free to reach out to me. I'll definitely answer. If you like this video, definitely smash that like button. And if you want to see some more Heroes of the Storm guides, content, anything else to help you get your win rate up, definitely hit that subscribe button as well. Massive Heroes of the Storm Discord, really big. We're approaching 1,000 members now. We're having tournaments, prizes. We have coaching in there if you need some coaching to get your game up. We have a few really nice coaches, a few GM players, a lot of different people who have a lot of experience coaching for HCC Open Division, NGS, different things. Check that out as well. Link in the description below to the Discord. If you have suggestions for next week, definitely drop them in the comments below and I'll take a look. With all that said, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks a lot for watching.